Hi everybody and welcome to today's webinar, the 20-minute PPC Work Week. My name is Michelle and I'm just here to get things started before I pass things off to today's presenter. So, for today's presentation, just a couple of housekeeping items. You all will receive a recording of today's presentation via email. You'll also receive the slide deck in that email, so feel free to share that along with your colleagues and let them know everything that you've learned today. Also, we encourage you to be social, so join in the conversation on Twitter, and you can use the hashtag PPC20. And last but not least, we will definitely save time for questions at the end of the presentation, so don't be shy, submit those in the questions box, and we will definitely try to get to them all. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce today's presenter. Sam was feeling a little bit under the weather this morning, so thankfully we have Tim Warner, our Director of Sales here, who's willing to step in and take care of today's presentation for you all.
Hi, everyone.
Tim is the Director of Sales. He has more than 10 years of experience in search marketing. He has 6 of those years here with WordStream, and he is a certified AdWords professional. Tim loves the 20-minute work week, so you guys are in for a treat today.
I've been with WordStream since before we even had a 20-minute work week, so it's been a great ride.
There you go. Okay. So as far as today's agenda that Tim is going to take you all through, he's going to cover who is WordStream, what are the 5 mission-critical tasks to achieve success with your paid search efforts, why are these tasks so critical, how WordStream can help you complete all of these tasks in just about 20 minutes a week, and then finally we will get to those questions. So first up, we want to learn a little bit more about you all, and that's going to help Tim really cater to you guys throughout the presentation. So we have just 2 questions for you, and the first question is,
how much time are you spending on PPC each week, and what is your biggest time suck in PP? Did I skip a question there, Michelle?
Nope, just go on to the next slide.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Perfect. So our first question is, how much time do you spend on PPC each week? And I will launch those choices for you. So your first one, I'm supposed to do work in my PPC account every week, less than 1 hour a week, 1 to 10 hours a week, 10 to 39 hours a week, or 40 plus hours a week. It is my full-time job. Okay, Tim, any guesses on what we're going to see here?
You know, I actually don't have a guess on this one. This all depends on who's on the webinar, and unfortunately I don't know all of you as well as I'd like so far, so I'm not really sure so far.
Okay, well, let's give everybody a second to select their answers. Okay. And here we go. So top time range coming in is less than 1 hour per week, but then pretty closely followed by 1 to 10 and 10 to 39.
Good. So 2 things. So everyone is at least doing some work in your account every single week. Awesome. And if you're doing less than an hour per week, you're absolutely going to love 20-minute work week that we're going to show you. And everybody else, hopefully what we're going to show you is going to help you cut down on some time as well. Awesome.
Okay. So the next question, what is your biggest time suck in PPC management? Okay, so I'm going to launch these. Is it PPC bid management? Is it reporting and analysis? Is it writing ad text? Or maybe keyword research, negative keyword research? Or perhaps it's landing page optimization. Any guesses here, Tim?
Yeah, but I don't want to mess with the results. I think I know what the answer is going to be.
Okay, we'll give everybody just a second here to put in their choices. Looks like just about everyone's answered. Okay. All right, so we've got keyword research and negative keyword research coming in at the #1 answer, followed by...
Absolutely what I was thinking.
Yeah?
All right, good.
Okay, great. Do you have some pointers on that?
Well, I think, you know, if more than half the people are interested in keyword research, negative keyword research, PPC, bid management, I mean, everything up here, I think you guys are going to really enjoy what we're going to discuss.
Awesome. Good stuff. Okay. So we have just a little bit of content here about just how we've come up with the different kinds of data and insights that Tim is going to talk about. So he's going to talk you through those.
Cool, guys. So I hope all you guys know who WordStream is and what we have here for free tools. So we're going to share a lot of the data that we have with you, and then we're going to get into 5 important tasks that you should be doing every single week. I'm going to show you guys actually how to do it. But hopefully in a lot of this information is actually coming from our free tool called the AdWords Performance Grader, which I'm going to get to next. But we've graded over, I think it's actually $15 billion in ad spend at this point. So we have to update this slide. But we've seen 3 things that are really blowing my mind still. And 50% of accounts have not been optimized in 30 days, and 25% of accounts that we see haven't been touched in the last 3 months. Now, everybody on that first poll question answered that they're doing a little bit of work at least every single week in their account. So hopefully nobody is in this bucket right here. What we're seeing on almost every account that comes through, or at least 90% of them, is that low quality scores are really, really hurting campaign performance. And I'm gonna discuss this a couple times too. And essentially, the lower your quality score, the lower the page positioning Google's giving you, the more you're paying per click, which is causing you to pay more per cost to acquire a customer. So we'll discuss that a little bit. And then 25% of accounts that we're seeing have 0 negative keywords, and that's not just in the last week, 30 days, 60 days. That's all time. So we're going to dig a little bit more into this, and hopefully that gets these keyword research, negative keyword research people maybe a little bit more interested into how to do that a little bit more efficiently. But before we go any further, I hope everybody on this call has run our free tool, the Performance Grader. Not only is it going to give you a baseline for your AdWords performance, but you're going to get actual insight into what you need to do to improve your account. So it's a free tool. You can get in there and see how you're performing against your competitors or against people in your industry with similar spend ranges. You can see how you're doing for negatives, quality score, ad text, ETAs, a whole bunch of good stuff. And again, it's just wordstream.com/Google AdWords. But this tool is giving us more PPC data than any other company in the world except for Google itself. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to take a lot of the information that we have and that we get and see different trends that people are having inside their accounts and really give that information back to people. And that could be through our tools, it could be through our blogs, through our webinars that we're having right now. And really we're looking to educate people to make sure that you're not wasting money and you're getting the most out of your Google AdWords account that's possible. So let's dig right in. So 5 things you need to be successful when managing your AdWords account. And we're going to go through how we're going to do this in 20 minutes a week, and hopefully I actually keep this webinar to 20 minutes. There's a little bit of a theme here. But if you guys have questions at the end, I'll be here all day to answer them if you need me to. But anyways, jumping right in. Number 1, we need to add negative keywords. Why do we want to add negative keywords? We want to make sure we're controlling our Google AdWords account. We don't want to give control over to Google. Hopefully you guys understand the power with the match types and what you're giving Google to make sure with keywords and impressions that we're getting for search queries coming through. You have to make sure you're adding these in to control your account and to control your spend. Now, I'm also going to get through a little bit deeper analysis on this as we get a little bit further. Add converting keywords. These are keywords you're currently not bidding on. You have not entered into the auction market for, but you're getting clicks, impressions, and conversions for these words. Let's bring these into our account. Let's either attach it to an existing relevant ad group or let's build an ad group around it. Reason is we're not getting quality score credit from Google for it. Let's make sure we're paying the least amount as we can for these keywords so that we're getting the best cost per acquisition possible. Optimize ad text. Why do we want to optimize ad text every single week? We do because that's the second most important part of quality score. Click-through rate's number 1. Optimize an ad text or ad text relevancy is number 2. Let's look at our worst performing ad and let's tweak it. Let's relaunch it. Let's get that back in front of people to make sure that we're improving our quality score and we're also getting the best qualified traffic to our website. Bid management. This is all about cost per acquisition. Control it. Let's increase or decrease based on performance. If you need insight into that, I'll show you how we help our customers with that. And let's review where our budget is being spent. So I'm a big proponent of this. Let's continue to look at where our money's being spent and what we're getting in return for that. So we're seeing people spending 95% of their budget, 99% of their budget on keywords that are currently not converting. What does that look like for you, and do you even know how to find that? I suggest we look at that weekly. What is working, what is not working? Let's reallocate based on performance, and we'll go from there. Jumping right in. Why do we want to add negative keywords? Really two reasons. All right, so if we're continuing to show up on the Google search engine for words that are not relevant for us and people are not clicking on us, people think that's free advertising. Well, it is and it isn't. One, yeah, if nobody clicks on your ad, you're not paying for it, but that just means that people don't think your ad is relevant to their search that's being conducted. Google is also looking at that saying, hey, you're not relevant for that search that's being conducted. And if this continues to happen, you are going to get dinged on the quality score aspect. And like I've already said, the lower your quality score, Google is going to continue to push your ad down the page. And people think that the further they go down the page, the cheaper the click that they're receiving. It's actually the opposite. The further they're going down the page and the lower the quality score, the more they actually have to pay to get someone to their website. And the more we're paying someone to get to our website, we're actually increasing the cost to acquire new customers. So we're going to continue to talk about this quality score feature, one, because it's free, just if you're taking certain actions in your account, but it can play such a big part of your success that you want to be doing this every single week. All right, so that's number one for adding negative keywords. Number two, it all comes down to lowering your cost per acquisition and lowering your cost per leads and lowering your cost per conversion, however you're judging that performance. So if we're continuing to get clicks and impressions for keywords that are not converting for us, that are not relevant, we want to make sure that these are added in as negatives. And the reason is because we want to control that budget. We want to control how much we're spending to acquire our new customers. So really, there's two things that we're helping people out with here when it comes to adding negative keywords. One is increasing our quality score. Two is decreasing our cost per acquisition, which, let's face it, Google AdWords is all about acquiring new customers. So with doing that, we're going to be able to really improve the performance of our account and improve the return on the investment that we're generating from AdWords. All right, second part in the 20-minute work week. And again, this is all things that we want to be doing every single week within our account, and we want to be doing this over and over and over again. That's stuff that Google loves, and also that allows you to have more control over your spend in your account. Converting keywords, I've already touched on this. These are keywords that we're currently not in the auction market for. We're currently not bidding on, but they are giving us conversions. Or if they're just highly relevant to us. We want to make sure that we are into the auction market. Normally these are longer tailed, less expensive type of words anyways, but they're a lot more qualified, meaning that people a little bit further down that buying funnel than a 1 to 2 or sometimes even 3-word keyword. So where do we find these? We find these through our search queries. These are words that our customers are actually searching on, not words that we believe customers use to search. So if we're going through this information and we see what our customers are actually searching on, why wouldn't we want to enter it into the auction market for it? Why wouldn't we want to put this into an existing ad group that is already created, or create an ad group around this with a highly converting ad text? So the easiest way to look for it is with conversions, if we're tracking conversions. If we're not tracking conversions, that's a different conversation for a different day, which we should definitely talk. But if we're getting conversions from this, bring this into your account, get into the auction for it, place a bid on it, improve that relevancy, improve that cost per click, which is going to help us lower our cost per acquisition and also improve our quality score. Optimizing ad text, second most important part of quality score. Why? This is what represents your business on the Google search page. If people don't believe you're relevant, they're not going to click on your ad. If people see an irrelevant ad and click on it, that's even worse because you're spending money for it. So we want to make sure that we're utilizing our most searched upon keyword inside of our ad text. So if you see on the right-hand side, it says, under keyword, it says document services. That has 1,500 impressions. I don't see that in this ad text. Why wouldn't you use your most searched upon query, your most searched upon keyword in your ad text? If that's what people are looking for, that's what they want to see. So by utilizing our top performing keywords in our ad text, we're going to be able to get more qualified traffic to our website. By doing that, we're going to be able to increase our relevancy and increase our quality score. And then from there, we're going to be able to get a lower cost per click, a lower cost per acquisition. That is the power of being able to optimize your worst performing ad every single week. Second part, bid management. This comes down to CPA. You got to control that CPA. If your CPA is too high, if you don't know where your CPA is, we should definitely talk. If you have a too high CPA and you're not achieving your goal, we should also have a conversation. But we want to make sure that we're either increasing or decreasing CPA, cost per click bids, based on performance. So if you see this example here, we're bringing up 5 examples for this customer to either increase or decrease. 3 is to decrease, 2 is to increase. A few different reasons, right? One is poor average position. The other one's good return on their investment. The other one's poor return on your investment. And then we have poor quality score, poor quality score. So if we have poor quality score, just pouring more money into it is not going to help what we're trying to accomplish when it comes to AdWords. So that's how we're helping our customers. With you, I suggest going to do the same thing. Now, it's very difficult, and I get that, analyzing data and then optimizing off the data. However, start looking at the outliers with our keywords and start making determinations based on how much we should be spending per click based off of that performance. And then the last thing what we want to be doing every single week in our account is making sure we're reviewing the costly keywords. So if we have a CPA of $369 and this one keyword is going to cost me $4,439, and let's just say my company CPA for my product is $100, we obviously don't want to be spending $400 to acquire a customer that we want to make $100 on. So looking at this information every week, looking at the outliers, making sure that we're on top of our keywords so we're not spending more money than we should be is absolutely a mission critical task for managing your account in 20 minutes a week. Now, I'm going to make a little bit of a turn here away from what we were just talking about, okay? Now, before I do that, here's the 20-minute work week that we have for our customers. Very easy. You come in here, take mission critical actions. All you got to do is make a couple clicks. The software does the work for you, and you can move on with your day. But there's also something new that is happening in the marketplace that is making a major shift with people's ad spend dollars, and that is called Facebook. And we're all on Facebook. We all have friends on Facebook. But 2 years ago, Facebook, started launching ads, which we all are seeing when we get on our phones and we leave the office and we start scrolling through what our friends are doing. They started releasing ads, and over 2 years, they have 4 million advertisers on their platform. In 2 years from now, that's expected to double again to 8 million. The most amazing thing that's happening with Facebook, that if you're doing a good job with this, the return on your investment that you can get is astronomical. Our clients are seeing, I think it's something like 10 times less cost per click, and almost 10 times more conversion, or something crazy like that, for the folks who are using our Facebook tool inside the software. But the idea behind this is that when you're dealing with Google, when you're dealing with Bing, when you're dealing with just direct traffic to your website, 97% of that traffic does not convert. Now, some people might convert 5%, some people might convert 1%, but you're still left with 95 to 99% of the people who are coming to your website are gone. And we're not really doing anything to get these people back. What we're helping people with is getting our ads directly in front of them onto Facebook. And the reason we're doing that is because you are getting a much lower cost per click and a much lower cost per acquisition through it, and it's a really sophisticated, easy to use, incredibly easy to use tool. But if you haven't made that adjustment over to social, or if you have and it didn't work out, technology is always evolving. So take a look at what we're able to do, because I think you guys might like it. And again, it's pretty low cost, and you don't have to put a lot of money into it, but the results have just been pretty amazing when it comes to Facebook. So how are we streamlining the process? It's really simple. We're helping people manage your AdWords account a lot more efficiently, get into Facebook so you're remarketing to them, get into Bing, because again, that's 25 to 30% of the search population, and you just can't ignore that. And I know it's a little bit different in North America than it is internationally, but I do know that in the UK and in Australia at this point, I believe it's making up about 15 to 20%. So it's gaining traction outside of North America. I'm talking about Bing. And again, if you're able to do all this, it equals success, and that's what we're able to help our customers with. So to summarize everything, and I think I got it right to 20 minutes here, most AdWords accounts that we're seeing are just full of opportunity for increasing the return on your investment. I mean, we're seeing it every single day. And I wish I could speak to every single person who came to our website, but I can't. But we have many, many certified professionals who are. Look at your account and start breaking it down as to the mission-critical tasks you need to be taking to be successful. Are you taking those today? Are you going, or I guess I should ask, how far are you going with these critical tasks? And are you missing opportunity in there? And again, in our software, if you're interested in taking a look, it's free. It doesn't cost you any money to take a look. You can look at your AdWords account, your Bing, your Facebook, whatever it is, and take a look and see exactly how you'd be able to go through that 20-minute work week, how fast you'd be able to go. And you can even see the type of results that you'd be able to get. We summarize everything for you. So we've got a whole bunch of special offers if you guys are interested in this stuff. Again, you can ask questions. I think there's a question box, and I'll stick around for a while with my Starbucks and answer anything you got. But if you want to take a special offer, I think Michelle's going to launch it up there. All you got to do is click. If you want a demo of the advisor, I can absolutely hook you up with a demo of the advisor. You can actually get your account in there and see what it would look like for free, and you're not obligated to purchase at all. If you want an assessment of your account for free, we can do that too. We love helping people out. If you guys don't want any free help with anything, totally cool and understand that as well.
Awesome. Great. Okay, so everybody's got plenty of time to just take your time and decide which of those offers best are suited for you. And while you do that, I will connect with Tim here on some of the questions that have come in. So one question that came in, Tim, I know that you were saying that you can try our software for free. So is that a free trial? What does that look like?
Yep, free trial of the software. You guys can come in. It's a 7-day free trial, and you can sync up your account, your AdWords account. If you have a big account, you can do that. If you want to sync up to Facebook too, that's absolutely up to you. It is free. It's for 7 days, and if you'd like a demo of it, if you'd like to know the opportunity in your AdWords account, we offer all that stuff for everybody. You know, if you get to the point where you say, hey, this is something I'd like to purchase, I'd like to continue working with, we have that option.
Awesome. Another question that came in regarding our software. So if you are working with WordStream, do you make changes in WordStream and then log into AdWords and Facebook and Bing as well, or?
Nope, simple, easy to use software. If you make a change in WordStream, you hit post and it goes directly into your AdWords account and it's live. So it's seamless. It sits on top of your account. You don't ever need to log into these other platforms ever again when you're working with the tool. I mean, you can if you'd like, but every tool we have is streamlined to make sure that it's more efficient, easy to use, easy to analyze, easy to optimize. No more headaches that you'd have to go through with these other platforms.
Gotcha. And is there a certain data threshold that WordStream works the best for?
No, there's not. I mean, our tools are working on analyzing your account, so there needs to be some data in your account. The account can't be paused, or it can't be no keywords in your account with no active data. We just need some data in there that's continuing to run with keyword information on it, so that our tools can analyze it and give you the suggestions that you need to take.
Gotcha. That's great. And if one of our guests on the line is an agency, would this work for them if they're balancing multiple clients?
Yeah. We actually, a big part of our business is working directly with agencies. So it allows them to be more efficient, allows them to streamline the actions they need to take, and your customers would never even know that you're using our tool. It just looks like you're taking actions directly in AdWords.
Awesome. That's great. Another question came in regarding agencies. So if they're, or I guess this could work for an advertiser as well. So if they're making really great progress using WordStream and showing really great results, is there any way for them to share out that data using WordStream?
Yeah, we have really awesome reporting tools. We have daily reporting, and we have a couple other reporting features that you can share with anybody that you like. And one of the reporting features, you can actually white label it. So you can take off the logos and put all your information in there, so it looks like you're creating awesome reports.
Awesome. That's great. And we've got just 2 more questions here. Again, this relates back to our actual software. The different screenshots that you were showing throughout your slide, are those taken directly from WordStream?
Yeah. Those are coming directly from our 20-minute work week that we have in our software. The reason is it's just a lot cleaner, a lot easier to show, a lot easier to understand than if I was trying to take screenshots from AdWords to show people.
Awesome. One last question. So we have somebody who is really facing a challenge with making the call on negative keywords and deciding whether they may or may not convert. How do you decide? How do you draw the line on negative keywords?
Well, I think the powerful thing about our software is that it allows you to make the decision, meaning that you know your business, you know your customer's business better than we do, better than anybody else knows your business. So we want to make sure that you have the power to make that decision. Now, what happens a lot is not a lot, but it happens a couple times. Is you look at a word, and you say, hey, that actually is relevant for my business. But our 20-minute work week is never wrong, and what I mean by that is it's pulling in searches that are irrelevant for that ad group possibly, or it's just irrelevant for your business. So you need to look at that keyword. Is this the place I want to be getting a click for it? Do I want to be spending money here? Am I bringing them to the right page? Does it have anything to do with my business? And at that point, I think we can make a decision. Do I want to exclude this, or do I want to maybe move this to a different area in my account?
Awesome. Great. Well, that about does it for the time that we have today and for the questions that have come in. So huge thank you to you all for joining us today, and we definitely hope that you continue to check out WordStream, head to our site, lots of resources and free tools that Tim kind of went over with you. And also a big thank you to Tim for being here.
Yeah, guys, and if you have any more questions, we're here to answer them. So if you want to shoot us an email, or if you want to call in, you're more than welcome to do that. We can get